The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Post-game report as we wrap things up here after Carson-Newman takes down Emory and Henry 90-51 with Coach Mike Mincey. Michael Watring back here on the Domino's post-game report. And, Coach, when you look at the overall stats of this game, there's obviously some things to like. You shoot 50% from the floor. You're plus 16 on the glass. But you had some chances to pull away early, and you just you were unable to do so. What's your overall assessment of this game?
They had hit 4 threes, I think, and we were 0 of 13 in the first half. And it's just kind of a weird game when you look at it. We're up by 15. We've scored 45 points in the half, and we're 0 of 13 from the three. And we had the right guys shooting them. They just weren't making any. And so, we feel like if we could have put the three ball in a little bit better, we probably could have put, 55 up on at the half and had a much bigger cushion. But we didn't. And, credit Emory and Henry, they came in. They broke our press a little bit, got it over the top, got some easy layups, hit those 4 threes. We really struggled. But I'm proud of our group because I think we really did a number on them in the paint there in the first half.
Yeah, in the first half, you had a solid overall close to the half, and that carried over into the second half because you don't miss more than 3 consecutive shots at any point. Yeah. You shoot 53% in the second half, and you're able to build out that lead. And once again, you got to go to the bench, 43 points off of the bench. 2 of your 4 double-digit scores are from the bench. Mm-hmm. You get a great effort from that crew. You get Taylor Goforth back. Good to see her back in action. What do you think of how some of those reserves were able to perform?
Well, again, I think our reserves came in and gave us a lot of energy. And in today's game, they gave us a lot of point production because the starters, in a game like today, they didn't all have it together, to be able to just score the way they're capable of scoring or getting stops, whatever it may be. And then that second group comes in. It's nice to have 10 players that you can rely on to try to wear down your opponent. Harley came in, much like she did against Catawba, really gave us a lift from scoring. Hit the 3 threes, didn't hit the 3 ball well tonight, but she did, going 3 of 5. Abby continues to play well. Sid had another double-figure scoring game. I think Mac's all over the place. She just – a lot of the stuff that you see out of her, you don't necessarily see in the stat sheet because she just hustles everywhere. But then I do see it. She got 5 steals, 4 rebounds, just very effective with how she plays with her effort.
Yeah, the reserves 19 of 31 from the floor in this game. They score nearly half of your points as well. And
yep.
the key member of that group, at least in this game, is Sydney Pierce, the 100th block of her career. She gets 3 more tonight. Yep. Back-to-back double-digit scoring efforts after she hadn't had a double-digit scoring effort since her sophomore season. What can you say about her joining history and the 7th player in program history to get 100 blocks?
Well, it's like you and I talked about it earlier. I'm proud of how Sid has overcome, some adversity. Hasn't always played what she's capable of. I feel like she's certainly putting together a great senior campaign with how she's finishing near the rim, certainly protecting the rim, getting rebounds. And it just gives us a great 1-2 punch with her and Lindsay to be able to sub those guys in and out. And, when Lindsay gets in foul trouble or whatever, we've got a really good player that could probably start for a lot of teams in our league with her size and the way that she's playing right now. So certainly proud of Sydney. I think we talked about it in film the other day. Her freshman year, she's around 30% from the field. Now she's up around 63%, and after tonight's performance, she's probably even better, somewhere up around 64%. And to me, as a post player, that's pretty elite level, and certainly happy with the production she's given us at this point in time.
One issue that certainly did happen in the second half were turnovers. You had 12 of them in the second half. What was the issue there, and how do you correct it?
You get a little bit of a lead, I guess. I mean, you see this happen all the time, but to just get a little careless with the ball. A couple of times we didn't share the ball as we should and got a charge, and then maybe it's a pass that happens too late. But I think you just don't stay as focused as you should, and I wanted them to, but they just get a little careless with it. And, I was a little upset, I think, especially with that first group down here on the defensive end. I felt like we had some stops already in hand, and then we bobble the ball out of bounds or don't come away with it, whatever. And so I just think that's losing a little bit of focus with such a big margin of victory at that point in time.
The good news is you were plus 15 on the glass in the second half after just plus 1 in the first half, and now you have to turn your sights to one of the hottest teams in the entire country in Wingate, who've lost just 1 game this year, and they blew out Lenore-Rhine here earlier today. When you look at the Bulldogs, taking away from that first game, what's going to be the key to trying to go on the road to Cuddy Arena and come away with a victory?
Probably one of the biggest thing is try to not get outscored by 12 points at the free throw line. That'd probably be one of my biggest things is we can't, see how the game's going to be officiated and adjust and not put them at the free throw line. And then in turn, being on the road, we need to try to get to the free throw line if we can, because that was a big discrepancy in the game here. And then, Troutman is just having a great year. She is definitely the thing that makes them go. And, I thought of her today like I've heard people talk about great players in the league as a unicorn or whatever. I mean, and she is. She's one of the most unique players, guard skills at her height, with the ability to get inside and play with great footwork. Any team that guards them has a certain challenge on their hands. And it was a great game here. And they are hot. They're playing very well. And so it's going to be another challenge for us to go over there and try and steal one.
Coach, thanks for the time. We'll talk to you in Cuddy Arena on Saturday.
Thank you, Michael.